Would you please rise with me as we pledge allegiance? No, pledge allegiance to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May we have roll call to determine a quorum, please?
Chairman Taylor?
Here.
Vice Chairman Van Deven?
Here.
Member Beckles?
Here.
Member Wheelis?
Here.
Alternate Member Wright?
Here.
All right, we have 5 members, so we are at full quorum tonight. That is good. Hopefully everyone's had a chance to look at the minutes for the July 23rd, 2025 meeting. Are there any corrections or additions that we've noticed on this one?
No corrections.
No corrections? None seen there? Then may I have a motion, please?
I move to approve the minutes.
All right, have a motion? Do I have a second?
A second.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And no one's opposed. Thank you. Okay, now speech time. All persons who anticipate speaking on any public item must fill out an oath card to be heard on that agenda item and sign the oath contained thereon. These cards are located at the table near the entrance to the chamber, council chamber, or may be obtained from the recording secretary. This meeting will be conducted in accordance with procedures adopted in Resolution number 24-1997. Those speaking in favor of a request will be heard first. Those opposed will be second, and those who wish just to make a public comment on the item will speak third. The applicant may make a brief rebuttal if necessary. A representative for either side, for or against, may cross-examine a witness. Anyone who speaks is considered a witness. If you have photographs, sketches, or documents that you desire for the commission to consider, they must be submitted into evidence and will be retained by the city. Please submit such exhibits to the recording secretary. And so that's those table over there. If you're speaking tonight or if you're an applicant, I hope you have filled out a card to speak. If you haven't, you got time to go ahead and fill it out now. Staff, have the agenda items been properly advertised for tonight's meeting?
Yes, Chair.
They have. Are there any members of up here on the podium that have visited the sites or spoken to any members of the public regarding any item to be reviewed tonight? All right, we got that done. So let's get into the first order of business. It's old business. Well, we don't have a consent agenda, so we'll go to old business. And this is back to variant 17-2025 for 190 Fisher Avenue. So, what'd I say, 109? 190, what's it? 109, you're correct. I have a property that's 190, so this, I got to 109 Fisher Avenue. Thank you for that correction. Yes, staff.
Thank you, Chair, and good evening. So in regards to variance number 17, the applicant has requested to postpone variance number 17-2025 for 109 Fisher Avenue to the September 24th meeting due to some personal circumstances. Staff's aware of what those are and has no objections to the request, and so that's just something they wanted me to convey to you guys, that they'd request to postpone it to that due to some personal things that have come up. I can share if you need, but
So staff is
staff
aware
has
of
no
what this procedure is, and there's a
I'm aware
valid
of the
reason for it.
situation.
Well, do I have a motion to postpone to the September, what was the meeting date again?
September 24th.
September 24th meeting.
Do you call it a continuance or just say postpone?
Table, postpone.
Table.
Oh,
You're
table.
Okay, I vote, I make a motion that we table variance number 17-2025 at 109 Fisher Avenue until September 24th, 2025, due to the request of the applicant.
All right, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Very good. Can we have a roll call on that, please?
Chairman Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chairwoman Van Deven,
Yes.
Member Beckles,
Yes.
Member Wheelis,
Yes.
Alternate Member Wright.
Yes.
Very good. So that's moving right along. We're to new business now, item number 8, and the first is, this is our annual time of the year that we re-election, the Board of Adjustment Appeal re-election of, our election of officers. And there are 2 offices involved. There's the chairman spot and the vice chairman. Do I have any recommendations from anyone? Anybody else want to be chairman?
I recommend having the officers remain as they are,
Okay. Both officers.
both officers.
All right. Are you making that a motion or just recommending?
That's a motion.
That's a motion. Do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
You're willing to accept? Very good. May we have roll call, please?
Member Beckles,
Yes.
Member Wheelis,
Yes.
Alternate Member Wright,
Yes.
Chairman Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chairwoman Van Deven.
Yes.
All right, we're zipping right through this here. So under new business, we have variance 19-225 at 2671 Susanna Lane. So staff, I believe we've talked about this one in the past, right?
Yes, sir.
So we got it all straight now, right?
We'll go through the analysis, I believe so.
Good. Enlighten us, please.
Yes, sir. All right, the variance request is for Land Development Regulations, Chapter 28, Section 28-303, to allow less than the required 30-foot front yard setback for a primary structure for property located in the single-family low-density zoning district at 2671 Susanna Lane, as submitted by Darlene Tyndall, registered agent for TPK Investments LLC, which is the owner. As the first variances tonight, I'd like to go over the powers of the BAA real quick. So the LDR Section 34-226 states that the board shall grant a variance request when, in the opinion of the Board of Adjustments and Appeals, owing to special conditions, the literal enforcement of such ordinance or regulations would do manifest injustice to or impose an unnecessary hardship upon the applicant. In order to authorize any variance to the provisions of such ordinance, the board must consider the following criteria. A, special conditions and circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, structure, or building involved, and which are not applicable to other land, structures, or building in the same zoning. B, special conditions and circumstances do not result from the actions of the applicant. C, granting the variance requested will not confer upon the applicant any special privilege that is denied by ordinance to other lands, buildings, or structures in the same zoning district. D, the literal interpretation of the provisions of the ordinance would deprive the applicant of rights commonly enjoyed by other properties in the same zoning district under the terms of the ordinance. E, the variance granted is the minimum variance that will make possible the reasonable use of the land, building, or structure. F, the granting of the variance will preserve the spirit of the ordinance and remain in harmony with its general purpose and intent. G, in granting the variance, the public safety and welfare must be assured. And H, in no case shall granting of a variance result in the change of use which would not be permitted in that zone. And with that, so for variance 19-2025, the applicant is requesting a variance to Land Development Regulations, Section 28-303, to allow a primary structure to encroach into the required 30-foot front yard setback along Susanna Lane. The proposed setback is 27.3 feet, representing a reduction of 2.7 feet from the minimum required. The variance is sought to accommodate the construction of a single-family residence that complies with the Hidden Oaks Homeowners Association's minimum home size requirements. The subject property exhibits special conditions that are peculiar to the land. The lot is located along a curvilinear segment of Susanna Lane, and while the configuration of the roadway visually suggests a corner lot, the property is not located at the intersection of 2 streets. As such, the required 30-foot front yard setback applies to the entire frontage of the lot. The special conditions do not result from the actions of the applicant, as the configuration of the street was determined during the platting of Hidden Oaks of Titusville. Now, the applicant previously requested a variance in 2023 to allow a 23.2-foot front yard setback and a 10-foot interior side yard setback, which was denied by the board. At that time, the board determined that there appeared to be an opportunity to redesign the home to better conform to the required setbacks. The applicant has since reworked the site plan to bring the structure into greater conformity with the code while still meeting the HOA home size requirements. Due to the configuration of the lot, a minor front yard variance appears to allow reasonable use of the property. And so with that, staff would recommend approval of the variance. The configuration of the roadway and resulting lot shape created difficult in meeting the 30-foot front yard setback. The applicant has demonstrated good faith efforts to modify the design following the 2023 denial by reducing the requested encroachment from 23.2 feet to 27.3. The special conditions are inherent to the lot and do not result from the actions of the applicant. And if you'd like to see the plot plan, it'll be on page 53 of your agenda. 53?
83?
53, 53. Yes, sir.
I'm old, so.
It's okay. And that's all that staff have for this variance. I'm open to any questions.
Well, I remember our discussion from our previous meeting where we said no to the applicant, and I'm very happy that they were able to come back and with the other requirements that the HOA requires, certain size lot, and it is an unusual lot, to say the least. So I'm glad they were able to work that out. Are there any other questions of staff? Anyone here? All right, in that case, we'll open it up to the public. Do we have a card to speak, please?
Darlene Tyndall.
Yeah, would you like to come up to the podium, please? State your name and address for the record, and just tell us how you made all this happen.
It's my property, and so I searched and searched and searched for a house plan that would fit on that, and it was a Darlene Tyndall,
Okay, and your address, please.
the 2670, current address is 3870 Rainy Road.
Okay, thank you.
Anyways, I searched and tried to find something that would fit on that plot plan, meeting their minimum requirement of 3-car garage and the square footage and stuff, and it's pretty much impossible, so I didn't really want to put the house this way because it leaves no backyard really, but it was the only way it would fit on the lot and meet all the requirements. So that's pretty much it.
All right. And you're satisfied with this arrangement?
Yeah.
Okay, super. Any other questions for this witness? Your light's on. Do you have a question? All right. Well, thank you.
Is that all you do?
All right.
Thank you.
Do we have any other cards for this?
Clint Griffin.
Welcome. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
My name is Clint Griffin. I'm the neighboring lot and the president of the current HOA, 2661 Susanna Lane.
Yes, sir.
So I had a whole thing here, but I think as long as, we see the plans as the HOA, I had no idea it was 27.5. It just, the variance said within 30 feet. I'm okay with 2.5 feet. That's not a big deal. We just, as the HOA, are kind of clueless of what's going on. So I don't deny anything. I just encourage, sharing of the plans. That's kind of all I have to say. So I appreciate everybody's time.
So you're not objecting to it?
I
Then
don't
again-
think, at this time, I don't have anything to object.
Okay.
Because we have no idea really what it looks like at this point. But I was going, if it was 5 feet, I think I would probably, share some pictures and things like that. But a couple of feet, as long as it fits and everybody's good. But I would like the HOA to kind of see the plans and make sure that it's good from that perspective.
Very good, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other cards to speak?
No, sir.
All right. So we will close this to the public hearing at this time and bring it back to the commission. Are there any further questions of staff or amongst ourselves? Any comments? I commented earlier, so.
Only that it's self-explanatory, it's special conditions based on the shape of the lot, and seems like it should have been addressed in site plan originally, but not.
Any other discussion? All right. Just a suggestion, if you want to share some plans with the HOA? Yeah, no problem. Okay, thank you. All right, do I have a motion on this matter, please?
I move to approve the request for variance for 2671 Susanna Lane to allow less than 30 feet front yard setback, specifying the 27.3 as the front yard setback. Special conditions are the lot shape.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Very good. Thank you. Any further discussion? Very well. May we have a roll call, please?
Member Wheelis,
Yes.
alternate member Wright,
Yes.
Chairman Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chairwoman Van Deven,
Yes.
Member Beckles.
Yes.
Congratulations. You made it through this time. And we thank you for the HOA being here to comment. All right. So we're moving on now to what page we're going to now?
65.
65. Okay. All right. Next up is variance number 20-2025, 1850 South De Leon Avenue. And this is dealing with fences. So staff?
Thank you, Chair. The variance request is for Land Development Regulations, Chapter 30, Section 30-183 for high-security fences to allow a high-security fence to be more than 8 feet in height above grade for property located in the public zoning district at 1850 South De Leon Avenue, as submitted by Kelly Messer, authorized agent for Brevard County, owner. Powers of the BA as stated earlier. So for the analysis, the applicant is requesting a variance to Land Development Regulations, Section 30, 183A3A, to allow a 10-foot high-security fence, which exceeds the city's maximum permitted height of 8 feet for high-security fence. The site is used as a residential program serving youth with behavioral or emotional challenges, which may involve additional considerations related to supervision and safety. Under the city's commercial fence regulations, fencing is limited to a height of 6 feet. However, the land development regulations provide that where security requirements are determined to exceed the provisions of other sections of this article, a high security fence may be permitted by the administrator. Based on the operational needs of the facility, an administrative waiver was granted to allow a high security fence up to 8 feet in height with reduced landscaping. There is no indication that a fence exceeding this height is necessary to achieve the highest levels of security for the site, or that the additional height is justified based on site conditions. The site is bordered entirely by residential development. The Whispering Hills Country Club Estates subdivision is located along the west and south property boundaries to the north, and Lincoln Park subdivision is located across Day Street, and to the east, Plantation Oak subdivision is located across South De Leon Avenue. The fence is proposed to be located approximately 230 feet away from the adjacent roadways, reducing its view from the public's right-of-way. However, while the 230-foot setback reduces visibility from the street, the proposed 10-foot high security fence may still have visual impacts on the surrounding residential properties that directly abut the facility. It should be noted that the request does not appear to be resulted from any special condition inherent to the lot. Now for this, staff are recommending denial of the variance to allow a 10-foot high security fence. The request does not appear to result from any special condition inherent to the lot, and the existing administrative waiver permitting an 8-foot fence already provides a reasonable level of accommodation for the facility's operational needs. However, if the board is inclined to approve the variance, staff would recommend that the following condition be included: that the 10-foot high security fence shall be limited only to the areas identified on the submitted concept plan, which you can find on page 73 and 74 of the agenda. 73 is just the outline, and 74 has some more dimensions and sizing on there. And with that, that's all I have for variance number 20, and I'm available if you have any questions.
Thank you. I guess then property owners to the south of this were notified about this.
Yes, anyone within 500 feet of the property borders would receive the postcard
Okay.
and signs on the property.
I hope nobody in the cemetery received a letter, but.
Where the mailing address is.
Not on the mailing address, okay. Any questions anyone has about or where this location is and what goes on there of staff? Member Beckles, do you have any questions? Yeah, okay, you're looking hard. Well, in that case, we'll open it up for the public hearing. Do we have someone here?
Trevor Mathis.
Oh, great. Thank you. Welcome, and please come up and name and address for the record, please, sir.
Trevor Matthews, and the address is 1850 South DeLeon. And I guess we're requesting the height increase due to we serve 30 boys, individuals, ages 12 to 17. And over time, they've been known to elope or run away from the program, depending. Sometimes we get a good core of kids where that's not an issue. We can go 3, 4, 5 months, a year with no runaways. Then we have a month or two where we get a group of kids that it's a monkey see, monkey do type of situation where they're eloping at the program, different hours of the night, more so on the overnights when obviously TPD is a little bit less staffed on the overnight shift, and we're bound by contract and by law through DCF licensing that we have to call no matter what. Even if we know they're going to come back in 15, 20 minutes, we have to notify TPD that these youth has absconded. And unfortunately, it ties them up. They come out. They've got to enter them into the system, then take them out when they come back 20 minutes later. So we've been wanting to put up fencing for a while to help deter the kids from leaving the facility ultimately. It's for their safety, the community safety, so on and so forth. We've had 8-foot fences at other programs that kids have been able to get over. That's our main reason why we're requesting the 10-foot.
How high would the fence be in the front where the blue line
Front would be 8 feet, but it's very close to the property where staff will have time to at least intervene prior to them getting to the fence. When they're out in the backyard, they're going to be a good 20, 30 feet away if they're doing activity, playing football, playing kickball. The staff are not going to be right there on top of them.
Okay. Are other facilities in your system running with 10-foot fences that you're aware of?
Orlando?
We installed an 8-foot fence, and they were able to get over it. That is the reason now that we're doing
Okay.
this one.
No, he's asking if there's any other facilities with 10-foot fencing right now.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Vieira is the one that has 10 foot.
Okay.
Vieira.
Are you going to be speaking later?
Carl can speak.
Yeah, we need you for the record. If you'd come up to the mic and tell us what you just said out loud so that everyone can hear that.
Thanks, Rob.
Please,
Fill
sir.
those things out then.
Yeah, you can fill out a card when you're done. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
My name's Greg Primo, and 2348 South Avenue, Leesburg, Florida. The reason for the fence increase is we, at another property, put in an 8-foot fence. And it's a no-climb, it's a 5/8, and it's very small chain-link fence. The tenants are still, one tenant is still able to get over the fence. So we decided to go to a 10-foot fence, which we are now installing at Vieira. We went through a variance there, and they're allowing it a no-climb fence there. We're now doing the Titusville campus, and we would like to do a 10-foot fence there to stop. This is a boys' campus. They're all in the age of teenagers, and they're all can hop over just about anything. So we're trying to deter it as much as possible to keep the safety of the tenants inside the campus so that we can be able to control them at night hours. Because that is usually when the most they like to vacate the premises.
Thank you very much for your input. Does anyone have a question for this witness? Thank you, sir. If you would fill out a card, please, sir. Do you have anything else to add, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do we have any other cards for this item?
Jacob Nessio, is that correct?
Welcome.
My name is Jacob Nessio. My address is 4414 Sherwood Forest Drive here in Titusville. I'm actually just the fence contractor on the job for both this one and the Vieira facility. So obviously I'm in 4 of it and can speak on the technical parts of it.
Does this extra 2 feet give it some more kind of play, I guess you might say, that harder for them to climb up that high?
It makes it harder to climb up. It doesn't, it's still pretty of like a stiff fence, I guess you say, because we upsize all the posts and the top rail. So it's a little bit, it's stronger for the extra height.
Are you putting any kind of security battery, like barbed wire and
No,
stuff
no.
like that? You're not
No.
doing that? It's not like
Just
a
regular
jail
chain link.
facility with
Yeah.
the extra wire,
Yes.
razor wire around? Okay.
Yep.
All right, any other questions?
I want to make sure I'm looking at this right. So in the front facing the main road, it's going to be 8 feet, but on the other 3 sides, it's going to be 10?
Correct.
right? Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Do we have any other cards?
No, sir.
Very well, we will close it to the public at this point. I will disclose, I am aware of this facility in one of my other volunteer positions. I'm a guardian at Leiden, and we visit the facility, and one of my kids liked to do a walkabout, and late at night sometimes. And not that he was bad or going anywhere, he just wanted to go exploring. So he's now at Vieira, so we're living through the fences down in Vieira, which I can't understand because all they got is woods and alligators all around that place down there. Nobody wants to go in the woods. But we don't have alligators up here at this location, so I understand the reasoning behind with the teenage boys that they can do things. So I personally would be in favor of this particular exemption over the 8-foot rule.
I understand and I agree with your, the reason for the request. Just to enlighten other members of the board and the public, this facility in one shape or another has been in place for some 35, 40 years. Different requirements, different tenants, but the same care type facility, and it's always been a problem with people leaving inappropriately. So I would be in favor of this.
Anyone else wish to comment?
Are there going to be any other deterrents besides the fence? Because there could be deterrents inside of the fence that would make it easier to keep the 8-foot fence.
Please, come to the mic, please, sir. Thank you.
The facility itself, on the doors, have mag-lock systems that will unlock when the fire alarm goes off. So that is the biggest deterrent we have inside the facility to get them from outside. The fence gates will have mag locks on them also, so that they have a key fob. They can get in and out. That would be the supervisors, and then the gates will be locked at that time. Okay. The back gate, there's going to be a opening gate for cars to come in and out, and it will only open when a car is present. So they won't be able to, and it'll be at 12-foot height. It'll be a decorative gate, not just utility. So, yeah, I'm sorry, 10-foot. My bad. It's a 10-foot fence. It'll have a nice ground to it, and it'll look decorative when it's done.
Denotes that there's a driveway there. So, thank you very much for that clarification. Anybody have any questions, staff? Well, then I will entertain a motion. If someone wishes to make it, please.
Okay. With reference to variance 2025 at 1850 South DeLon Avenue, I'd like to make a motion to approve the variance regarding the 10-foot high security fence shall be limited to the areas identified on the submitted concept plan.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, will we have roll call, please?
Vice Chairwoman Van Deven,
Yes.
Member Beckles,
Yes.
Member Wheelis,
Yes.
Alternate Member Wright,
No.
Chairman Taylor.
Yes. So the motion is passed. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, and what page am I going to next?
85.
85, there we go. Okay, our next up is a variance again for 21-2025, 450 Christian Court. And staff, you'll explain why we are seeing this particular issue again, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chair. So the applicant is requesting a variance to the Land Development Regulations, Chapter 28, Section 28-307 for the multifamily high-density R3 section to allow building coverage to exceed the maximum 50% on lots for property located in the R3 zoning district, located on parcel ID 21-35-32-64-**5, as submitted by John Morris, authorized applicant for Silvestri Investments of Florida, owner. Powers of the BAA stated earlier. So the applicant is requesting a variance to section 28-307C of the code to increase the building coverage for lots in lieu of the maximum 50%. There are several constraints on the property that may support the request. The property was replatted in 1998 to create a 70-foot public right-of-way. The replat included stormwater easements along the perimeter of the property, and then in 2005, a site plan was approved for a townhome development. A private road, utility infrastructure, and stormwater system were constructed. However, the final plat was not recorded and expired. The variance request is partly based on the placement of the existing infrastructure, configuration of the parcel, and limitations related to the city's area of critical concern. Variance numbers 16-2024 and 14-2025 were approved to reduce the landscape yard with buffers and to reduce the lot area from 2,000 square feet to 1,830 and to reduce the front and rear setbacks. Approval of the request will address the maximum building. Based on staff's analysis, the new building coverage would be 60%. The property's history and existing conditions continue to present challenges for the development under the current dimensional standards of the R3 zoning district. The installation of infrastructure following a previously approved site plan has created fixed constraints that limit the potential for full compliance with the minimum lot area and setback requirements. Given that the infrastructure has been in place since the mid-2000s and the parcel was originally platted in the 1990s, the limitations on the site do not appear to be the result of recent actions taken by the applicant. In addition, the property may meet the definition of infill development as outlined in Policy 1.7.7 of the city's comprehensive plan future land use element. The property was platted over 20 years ago and contains infrastructure from a prior development effort that may no longer be economically feasible to redevelop. Policy 1.7.9 of the city's comprehensive plan encouraged standards and administrative process to facilitate the infill development. While alternate development types, such as condominiums, may not require variances, the existing infrastructure suggests that some level of flexibility may be necessary to allow the site to be developed in the proposed configuration. Consideration of the requested variance may provide a path forward for the development of a long vacant property. Staff are recommending approval of the variance to increase the maximum building coverage on townhome lots not to exceed 60%. The literal interpretation of the code places a hardship onto the proposed development and will deprive the owner of rights commonly enjoyed by others in the same zoning district. Special conditions and circumstances do not result from the actions of the applicant, and the granting of the variance will preserve the spirit of the ordinance and remain in harmony with its general purpose and intent. The variance is the minimum necessary to make possible the reasonable use of the property. The site plan can be found on page 94. And with that is all staff have for you guys on this variance, and I'm open to any questions.
Would you, like you told me before the meeting started, would you let the rest of the board know
Yes,
about
sir.
the little,
So
why we're
when
having to see
we
this?
recently approved the variance 14-2025 for the reduced lot size, we did not factor in how the percentages would relate to that as well. So they kind of go hand in hand with the reduced lot size. The percentage went up as well, and we would need the variance on record in order to be able to approve, to move forward with that, with the other variance. So it kind of goes hand in hand with the variance that was approved for 14-2025.
Thank you. I just wanted y'all to understand why this was being brought back up again, because I had to ask.
Yeah, no changes to the site plan of what has been reviewed as the other variances for 16-2024 and 14-2025.
Thank you very much.
That's what I suspected when I read it, that we actually created part of the problem.
Yes.
To a degree.
We should have caught that sooner and wrapped it up in the previous variance, but it wasn't.
Do we anticipate any other variance requests from the property?
No, but I mean,
Anything
they
can
are
happen.
on their kind of final reviews of those site plans, and these are the ones, the little nitpicks that just keep coming out. So no, we do not anticipate any further variances for this one.
We fully understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions of staff or discussion? All right, do we have someone with a card?
Kim Fisher.
Welcome.
For the record, Kim Fisher, I'm the engineer of record, 1614 White Dove Drive, Winter Springs. You did such an excellent job. I have nothing else to add, other than I've been here so many times, I thought maybe I'd get a free dinner at this point or something, but apparently not. But I am here if you've got any questions, but she did such an amazing job.
As staff stated, you're not changing anything that we voted on from the last time. It's
No.
just a procedural.
Same thing.
All right. Any other questions? Well, thank you.
Thank you.
For coming back again. Do we have any other cards?
No, sir.
Very well, then we will close the public hearing part and look for discussion or a motion, please.
With with reference to variance 21-25, parcel number 21-35-32-64-5 to allow building coverage to exceed 50% on the lots. Move to approve. And based on the fact that its build-out was previously approved in this project.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second, please?
I second.
Have a second. Any more discussion? Not seeing any lights. You have a, you okay? All right. Roll
I
call,
just
please.
have a quick
Oh, I'm sorry.
question. What was the, at the very end, what was the justification for the variance that you said?
That the build-out was previously approved, and we.
Okay, I just didn't
We
hear.
actually created,
Got it, okay.
as part of the procedure, a gap.
It didn't get picked up last time around until they looked at it deeper. Yeah. Okay. All right. We've had a motion. And had a second, right? Okay. May we have roll call, please?
Member Wheelis,
Yes?
alternate member Wright,
Yes.
Chairman Taylor,
Yes.
Vice Chairwoman Van Deven,
Yes.
Member Beckles.
Yes.
Very good. So maybe our committee's over. I know they'll still bring you back for more stuff, but that's. Okay, thank you. All right, that ends our new business. Now we have petitions requests from the public present. Do we have anyone that wishes to give a presentation? Don't see any. All right, looking at reports. Do we have, well, of course, we have the tabled item. Are there any other items that you're aware of for the next meeting?
We do have one new variance. We'll have one new business item.
What new business? Has the date already passed for that meeting, or is it, could be more possibly?
The date has already passed.
The date has passed for the next meeting, so. Tabled and then
Yeah,
one
so
other
the one
item.
we've tabled tonight, so we'll have two, an old business and a new.
Okay, good. All right. Well, staff, you have anything else to report to us?
No, that's it. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw last night, Mr. Troutman. Kim could probably provide more information on that if you have any alternate members. Tell your friends. He was moved over to the P&Z, has been appointed over there to Planning and Zoning Commission. So we will have the additional alternate member space available again.
Oh, okay, so he did get approved at the city council last night
Yes, sir.
to move over, so he has left us. He made an impression, a short one, but it was an impression. Well, so we can advertise for another slot, right?
Yep.
All right. Any members have anything to bring up? And I don't have anything, except I'm ready for the heat to go down. It's just too hot outside. All right. Thank you. If I don't see anything else here, we'll call the meeting adjourned.